they'll not be able to see it. But while they watch the recording, everything will be like all blooper videos will be there in the start. One
That
second,
would be
just
nice.
yes, one sec. Huh. Something like this. Wait. Okay, we'll start like this and then we'll move to that. Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah. All good. Started now. What's up, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sat Sri Akal. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are all doing good and taking care of yourselves. I know.
you said Sat Sri Akal.
I don't know. For some reason, it just came out. Anyways, I hope all of you guys are doing good. Let me just reduce my volume first. Yes.
I loved it. I don't know about you people,
Thank you.
but it's super awesome. We have Sat Sri Akal from Anoop Sir. It
Thank you,
blew my
thank
mind. Super nice.
Anyways, Bhawna, how are you doing, first of all? How are you feeling?
I, I am doing great. Hi people, how's everybody? So I am not going to say anything in Malayalam or in South Indian, any of those language. I don't even know his language. I'm very bad
It's
with that.
Malayalam. Oh, this
It's
is such
Malayalam only,
racism.
yes.
This is
But
such
but
racism.
I don't know Malayalam. Like I don't even know how to say hello or namaste.
You
And you
have
just
to.
said Sat Sri Akal.
It's
I said
namaskaram. Namaskaram. That's it.
namaskaram,
That's it.
namaskaram, namaskaram, namaskaram.
That's it.
Bas.
That's it. Anyways, thank you. That's how you learn. Hi guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope all of you guys are doing good, and we are here together after a really long time. It's been a really long time, right? I think it's been about a couple of weeks at least. I believe it's about 2-3 weeks since we have actually had a video together. So, anyways, I hope that this is gonna be fun.
Couple of weeks. Like we to stay. He stays in Bangalore. I stay in Dehradun. We to do videos every second day.
I
है
know.
ना? But
Anyways,
right
once.
now, this video is going to be very crucial for students. I must tell them. Like it is
Absolutely.
amazingly important that now it is the final lap, right? So it's like a race going on, and now the race is towards the final lap. आज तो हम दोनों
Exactly.
को साथ में आना ही चाहिए था. It was meant to
Exactly,
be like that.
exactly. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how to minimize the video and have this thing at the same time. Anyways, I'll figure it out. In the meantime, people, anyways, one sec, guys, one sec. I'll just share my screen from here. I hope that this would be fine. Just give me
Let me
one
say
sec.
hi to everyone till that time. Hey
Yes.
Vandana, hey Samrita, hey Soham, hey K. Samuel. Hi Hemant, hello, what's up? Charu, Altaf, Samprita, Praneet, Ujjwal, thank you very much for the compliment, bache. Hello, sir, I have a doubt in power. Wow,
I
Soham
know,
yahi to ja.
right? So for sure, power. All you have to do is this: drink a lot of Boost, because Boost is the secret of my energy. When you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of power, and when you have a lot of power, you can do a lot of work. Got it?
Bad joke. Cheap PJs, like, bruh. Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Super nice. Praneet की बात सुनो सबके सब. Hit the like button right away. Okay. Two teachers are here and they are here for your final lap of towards the board exam. And it is very, very crucial. Now, this final lap, like we know that the whole year matters. And obviously it matters. What you did in the whole year will be actually now reaping as your, what do you say, cultivation. जब हम एक plant को उगाते हैं, it takes a lot of time. We just see the fruits at the end. But last crucial time is there now. Now, this is the time for you to harvest what you have actually sowed. So, these 20 days are going to change whatever you did. Make sure you are ready with the strategy, ready with the right mindset. And that's why we both are here so that we both can share. I'm not saying we are the pros. We have our own ways. You might have your own. But just listen us out. Maybe it will be helpful to you, right? So today we are going to get into the final. This is what in Anoop Sir's language. I know he loves the word super over. So we are entering into the word super over now. Let's see. Can we
Don't
actually
no
make this
spoilers,
come to
ma'am. No
life?
spoilers. Next year we're supposed to do all this. Anyways, yes, guys, absolutely. As ma'am has mentioned, this is the last 20 days. That's why it's called as the final stretch, because you have another 20 more days left to make the best out of it. So utilize this time. So we're gonna tell you few things that we can do, that you guys can do, that you can implement in your next 20 days of planning and strategy to help you get to where you want, that 90%, 95%, 100% that you guys are aiming for. That is still possible, right, ma'am? I'm definitely sure that it is still possible. This 20 days is more than enough for you to get there. So we're going to help you with that. give you few tips, utilize it, write it down, but more importantly, you have to apply it in your day-to-day activities, your day-to-day studies. Only then will it be well worth spending, that 1 hour of your time that you're going to be spending today. All right. So shall we begin, ma'am? Shall we?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Yes.
So as I don't know, I always have a lot to speak. So it is just that I'm a Bollywood geek. I don't know. Have you ever seen? You do see Bollywood movies? No, I have
Yes,
given
I
you a
do.
task of watching 5 Bollywood movies. You have not seen.
I mean, I have watched lots, ma'am. I've watched lots of movies.
Have you ever seen the movie Mukaddar Ka Sikandar?
What? What?
Have
What?
you ever seen a movie Mukaddar Ka Sikandar?
Mukatte ka what?
Abba. It's like a tongue twister for you, isn't it? But majorly, why I'm saying so. So if you talk about any sports movie, if you talk about any successful person, why the movie or where the movie becomes the most crucial, the turning point is here, right? So these 20 days can be your turning point. It might be you have been ahead or behind over the whole year. Kabhi aage the, kabhi piche the. It doesn't matter now. What matters in this final lap, will you push yourself that extra bit? And last में होता है ना, हीरो जरूर जीतता है. They put their heart, soul, 100, 200%. These 20 days will be your time. This is your final lap. Don't wait till the last moment. This is the time when you can actually take the leap. So do see what is the strategy Anoop sir and we are going to bring with you, and give us that like and the love into the comment section as well. Right, people? Chalo sir, let's start.
All right, people. So yes, the first thing I would say is to know your syllabus. I mean, by now, I am pretty sure everyone knows it, but for all those amazing gentlemen and gentlemanis out there, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are, there might be few people, I'm not saying that you fall in that category, but there might be few people who are still wondering about the syllabus, which I'm pretty sure none of you guys are. But nonetheless, this is the thing, guys. You have two chapters from from physics. One is current electricity and the other is magnetic effects of electric current. These are the only two chapters that you have from physics. Now, I am not saying that there are not, different chapters, different subjects would have different number of chapters as well. But for physics, there are only two chapters, current electricity and magnetic effects of electric current. And both of these are actually quite easy. It is really not that difficult. Honestly speaking, it's really not that difficult. Just a little bit of effort from your end, that is it. See, the thing is this, people, current electricity is where you're going to be getting your numericals from. Magnetic effects do not have any numericals whatsoever. So that makes it a lot more easier for all those people who likes to buy hard stuff, people who generally tend to remember concepts a little better than doing numericals. For you guys, magnetic effects would be super duper easy. It's going to be a breeze. Then we have current electricity, where you have a little bit of theory, but more of numericals. So focus a little bit on the numericals parts. Basically the different, circuit diagrams, and apart from that, heating effect of electric current and all of that, electric power and all of that. If you're able to focus on those numericals, that is it. That is all you need to know from these two chapters. Bhawna Mam, anything that you would like to add? Please go ahead.
Yes. There's just one thing I want to add. There has still been confusion that I get in my classes that, ma'am, is the household circuit going to come? Ma'am, earthing wale questions aayenge kya? Ma'am, is this diagram important? Kiddos, don't get overwhelmed with the thing. See, electricity, your whole chapter is going to be there. You need to be definitely prepared with this. You know that the division of marks is exactly same. It is 6 plus 6. Total of 12 marks of physics is like divided in that way. Do not fall the prey ki, kya karna hai, kya nahi karna hai. Calm down. Take a breath. Okay? Electricity complete chapter is coming, and most probably you can expect a numerical. Most probably. Ye mat bolna baad mein ki Bhavna Mam ne numerical bola tha. Your examiner decides what they are going to put in the exam. But the marks distribution is mostly 6 plus 6. The conceptual question, mostly the case-based question, is coming from magnetic effect, and be very assured that electromagnetic induction is a part of your course. Your right hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule, is a part of your course. Anything beyond that is not. So generator ke questions nahi aayenge. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about household circuit, earthing, the color coding. No questions from that part will be coming. But before that part, anything can come. Do not take for granted कि ये कर लेता हूँ वो छोड़ देता हूँ, नहीं, you cannot do that. ठीक है? So this is one of the thing that I'm still getting, and this is high time you don't have that unclear thing in your head. Don't be uncertain about it. Right, Anoop sir?
Absolutely, man, absolutely. I never got this doubt, so I'm like, it's interesting that there are people asking this. But yes, absolutely, absolutely, guys, absolutely. Please don't be very clear about your concepts. Be very clear about what is there, what is needed in your examination. At this point of time, there's no point in beating around the bush, and more importantly, spending time on things which is not there in the syllabus. Because at this point of time, this is the last minute, so you need to focus on things that is actually going to appear in your board exams rather than thinking about things which are not really there at all. Now, talking about the dates, Bhavna ma'am, would you like to say something about this date, this amazing
It's a
date?
big, it's a D day for me. So it's like we have been waiting for our exams. We have been actually thinking the exams will be earlier, but then CBSE decided that they will give us ample of time to prepare not once, rather twice. Now the D-Day is out. We know 26th, ideally 27th of April, English exam is there, right? So it is starting from 27th and 10th. So it is like your third exam, third or fourth.
I
Like minute, I have the date
I
sheet
think it's the
right here.
second, ma'am. First,
No, it's not the second. Wait. I have it. I have the date sheet. The first exam is on 27th, which is the main exam, which
huh?
is of English. Then they have a 7 day gap. Then they have mathematics
Oh yeah, no
on 5th.
math is there in between. I forgot about
And then
English.
literally science. English happens to be the first exam, and the third exam is your science exam, which have 4 days. Those 4 days, don't take it कि उसमें करेंगे. Those are only to brush up what you have done,
True.
right? This is the time to make it happen. D-Day here, or it's not just May 10. Your D-Day starts from 27th of April, right?
Their
So
D-Day
be
started the day they got into 10th standard. Their parents would have started, majority of the parents would have started from that day itself. That is the D-Day.
So we are talking about theory of relativity. Time is a
Exactly.
notion which you never get to understand completely. For you, the D-Day started 1 year back, and now it is the time you are finally seeing the result. So make sure you make the best of it, right?
Exactly. Exactly, guys. Please don't wait till the last minute to prepare for your board exams. There's no point in doing it. Please don't do that to yourself. If you fall sick, I'm hoping that nobody does. But if in case you fall sick, that is gonna mess up all of your plans. So please don't ever do that to yourself. There's no guarantee of what's gonna happen tomorrow. So please don't do that. Focus on what you have right now. You have good amount of time. You're in good health. So focus on getting better right now, getting better at your subject. Later, that 3-4 days you can relax. One of the days you have to take to relax also, because your brain is already filled with lots of information. So you need to relax a little on the last day before your exam, so that you're not overwhelmed with all that information, and you don't just feel like your system just shuts down. So don't do that to yourself. All right. So don't use that.
And this is the piece of advice coming from that person who have got sick in every COVID wave. Can you believe it?
Exactly.
He gets sick from every COVID wave. How can he do that? Like I actually asked him कि अपने आप को donate कर दो. You are the perfect example where every virus is there and they can make a vaccine out of it. But actually this is actually true. अभी अपनी health खराब नहीं कर सकते. अगर आप बीमार हो गए, stress ले लिया, कुछ भी हो गया. This is the worst that can happen. Do not कुछ भी हो जाए, अच्छे से खाना खाओ, अच्छे से सो, स्ट्रेस मत लो, ठीक है? दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. हेल्थ खराब हुई तो जो करना आता है वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा. डू नॉट डू दैट, राइट?
Absolutely.
कोविड सर्वाइवर्स है.
Exactly. From a COVID survivor. All right, this is coming. So please focus on your health at this point of time and don't fall sick at all. Okay, now talking about your exam pattern, people. So there are 3 types of questions that you can expect in your term 2 examination. First one is a short answer type questions, which would be basically the 2 markers, which would be quite straightforward. I would say don't go more than 2 to 3 lines. Keep it between that, because even if you use Apsara extra dark pencil and if you write it neatly or draw lines and everything, you're still going to get 2 marks itself. All right, they're not going to give you extra marks. So please stick to what you know. Don't beat around the bush. And secondly, more importantly, make sure that you don't go beyond the 2 markers or 2 lines or 3 lines, because that's more than enough for you to fetch that 2 marks. The second type is the long answer type question, which would be coming under the category of 3 markers. Again, a little bit more brief. You have to be a little bit more brief about your explanations. If diagram is asked, please do that as well. Be crisp. Be crisp to the point. See, again, it's not social science, it's not English, this is physics. So your the terms that you use, those play a way more important role than anything else. So please make sure that you focus on the terminologies, use the right terms, and stick to the point. Last but not the least is the case study based questions, where you would have, one paragraph, and then based on that, you'd have a couple of questions. Now, here again, you have to read the paragraph carefully, and depending on what's given in the paragraph, make your own assumptions, come to the conclusions of all the type of answers or type of questions that can be possibly asked. I would say please read these things before the first 20 minutes that is given to you when the question paper is handed to you. Please use that first 20 minutes to read this case study based questions and the questions given with respect to that. Read the paragraph carefully. If you have to read it twice, do that within that first 20 minutes, and then read the questions as well, so that you have enough time later on to form the answers, to form the statements, and think about answers which you have forgotten while you're writing. Right, Bhavna? Is anything else you'd like to add, please?
Yes, I have a very crucial thing which I used to do in my time. Obviously, it's not too old, but yeah, I am old now. So talking about this, people, see, you have extra time. What is that extra time? First thing to do that extra time that you get before your exam start is breathe. ठीक है? सांस लेनी है. जिंदा तभी रहोगे तभी पेपर दोगे, right? Second important thing is, while reading the questions, please put a dot or make a mental note which you are going to attempt. Now, what do you mean by going to attempt? सब कुछ attempt करना है? No, you have internal choices. Make your choices while reading the question. So it might be there are 2 choices and you are more confident about one. Go for that. It's okay if it doesn't work out. Maybe there is a numerical. Let's say there is an example for physics. I know that combination of resistance may come with a choice. Now there are both the questions, and I in my time always used to get confused. ये भी थोड़ा सा आता है, ये भी थोड़ा सा आता है, कौन सा attempt करें? Did this happen to you, Anoop sir?
I studied in ICSE school, ma'am, so I don't know all these. I attempted everything and anything that I saw on my paper. I didn't leave anything, even the extra marks I used to write. Didn't leave anything.
Okay. Anoop sir का तो case ही एकदम different है. He's so unique in himself for that. But if you have choices and you get confused with which one to attempt, do attempt the one which you are more confident with. Now, maybe it might be the scenario that you do not come to the final result that you were expecting. You get stuck somewhere in the numerical. Maybe, let's consider the worst case scenario. कुछ भी हो सकता है. Then what to do? Leave that question there. Go forward. ठीक है? Do not spend time over any question. You have some limited time. नहीं भी हो रहा है. जितना करा है, see, you can write the given, you can write the to find, you can write the formula, you can start writing, solving it. You have already done half your job. अब नहीं solve हो रहा है, do not get panic there. Leave that and go forward with your paper, with your same gist, with your same feeling कि okay, मैं तो rock करने वाला हूँ. Then eventually at the end, when you're done, you can attempt the second part of the or question. If you are able to do that, then you can cross the first part. Otherwise, leave it. The major point why I'm telling you this, see, ये मैंने गलतियां पहले ना हमें लगता था, we are तो super smart kids, हमेशा लगता है कि हम तो भाई एग्जामिनर को ओवर स्मार्ट करके आएंगे, और वाले दोनों क्वेश्चंस कराते थे. And what we used to think कि 50 में से 55 मार्क्स आएंगे मेरे.
Exactly.
No, you cannot over smart with the examiner. They have a very strict or very proper way of checking the paper. What is more crucial for you guys is, see, the examiner is going to give you the marks for the one you have attempted first if you leave both. So if your second part is coming right and the first part was not completely finished, please cross that. Then only your second part will be reviewed. Do you understand that, Mark? Am I actually getting to you कि और question में confuse नहीं होना है? The one you are more confident this, attempt it. In any worst case scenario, if that is not giving you the exact or desired result, leave it there and go forward. What part you have done, leave it till then and go forward. Do not attempt the or part then and there. Leave it for the end. So that you are already done 50% of the question, you will get 50% of the marks for anyhow. But if you start doing the or part then and there, you are losing time for another question. Don't do that there. Do it at the end ना, बाद में कर लेना, कोई छोड़ थोड़ा रहा है, पर गाड़ी अगर एंड तक छोड़ी, then it will be like जब वी मेट का सीन कि ऐसे करीना कपूर भाग रही है, नहीं रोको. डोंट डू दैट. नोबडी इज गोइंग टू गिव यू एन एक्स्ट्रा टाइम. वो जो लास्ट 5 मिनट में सारा ज्ञान आ जाता है ना हमें, वो हर जगह टाइम में नहीं मिलने वाला है. सो ट्राई टू पुट और डू द टाइम मैनेजमेंट प्रॉपर्ली. I hope I'm getting to you people. Anoop sir,
Absolutely.
did
To
I
watch
get to
the
you?
session, by the way, guys, if you want to understand what she said, you have to first watch Jab Bhi Met, watch the the commentary version of it, and then come back and watch the session one more time. Then you'll understand everything. All right. Then you'll understand
I
everything
am.
that she just said. All right. Then you'll understand it clearly. But you have to do that first. That's your homework. That's your homework for today's class. All right.
But
Please do
after
that.
exam. No, no, not right now. No.
After exam, yeah, after exam. Anyways, but yeah, guys, absolutely correct. See, the thing is very simple. Whatever you're more confident in, attempt that. If you feel, even if you're, see, this is my rule of thumb that I always used to use while I was giving exams. If there's two questions which I feel like is a little bit more difficult, or if I have a couple of questions which I know that I need a little bit more time to think, do not spend more than 2 to 3 minutes on that question. Do not spend more than 2 to 3 minutes, no matter what type even if that carries a lot of marks, do not spend more than 2 to 3 minutes on that particular question. Move on to the next one and then come back and visit this, because you'll have enough time to go back and write this again. But also make sure one more thing, guys, once you're done with your answers, you also need to recheck your answers. It's your board exam. Every mark counts, so please make sure you'll have at least 10 minutes towards the end to recheck your answers as well. So again, in order for you to get there, you need to start practicing from now on itself. You have to start solving some sample papers. Give yourself exactly 1.5 hours or 2 hours, how much ever time is allotted in your examinations, and give that exam like just like how you do it in your school. Try to do it so that you understand to manage, you understand how to manage your time a lot better. You have to practice. You can't just go there and sit in your exam hall and say that I will manage time better, I am the next Einstein of this nation, I know theory of relativity, I can invent my own relativity theory and all. Please don't do that. All right. I know. Too much.
Don't do that.
Anyways, moving on, guys. Moving on. The next thing that I would like to talk about, that Bhawna Mam is going to talk about, is basically the mark weightage. How is it going to be? You can go ahead, ma'am, please.
Okay. So, kiddos, if you have seen the sample paper, I have seen the sample paper like at least 10 times myself, not just for physics part, but even the chemistry and biology. So, biology for term 2 wins the race because it is the highest scoring subject there. But the coolest thing that I love about biology for term 2 is कि बच्चा पार्टी जिस चीज से हमें न्यूमेरिकल में डर लगता है, the one we afraid the most is the numericals, right? Yes or no? Yes, sir. What do you think? Students are afraid of numericals? No,
No. Students in numericals
And
are
this
like
year,
long lost love, that is, it's our
long
first crush,
lasting.
isn't it, people? Don't you agree with me on that? It's our first crush, right? The minute you walk into your school, you see that numerical and you fall in love, right? The love at first sight. That's your first love, no? I know. I
Are
know
you
guys agree.
actually telling me about your wife or the numerical?
Allah, if I say this to her, she'll throw slippers. So,
अच्छा बस बहुत हो गया, इतना झूठ काफी है, शादी हो गई है अब. So ideally, the point is this year your biology does also have numericals, and that is a twist point out there. But the point is, डरना नहीं है, डर के आगे जीत है, Mountain Dew, right? So people, when I talk about talking about biology having numericals, that is okay. It's 18 marks, and you have to be prepared for it because there will be heredity and evolution chapter which will come as a part of one kind of a numerical. The second thing is chemistry. This time is the lowest one, which is 10 marks, and it has, what do you say, not direct question, but the questions would be applied in a way that they are going to give you some kind of an example. अच्छा बताओ, like बूझो तो जाने, riddles. They are going to give you in the form of kind of some hints given to you, and you have to guess the element because it is carbon and compounds and periodic periodic table. So out of these, you have to be prepared for such questions. For physics, the division of marks from 2 to 4 is 2, 3, and 4 each. What I have seen from the sample paper, they have picked a 2-marker question with an internal choice. They have picked two 3 marker question from the chapter of electricity with one internal choice with one numerical, and the case based question, which is two in your whole paper. One comes from biology and one definitely comes from physics. So physics ke case based questions you have to practice. Why? Number one, you have done case based in your term one, but that were MCQs. This time it is you have to explain, you have to write the answers. So make sure you are very good with the keywords, because even the examiner, when checking, they look for the keywords as with the hawk eye. So if you're writing the right keywords, that is the most important thing. Obviously, you know English, you can frame your sentences, but your keywords matter the most. So do not miss on that. So going from 2 to 4 marks, your mark weightage will be 2 marker question, 3 marker question, and 4 marker question. 4 marker are two question with internal choices within the question. So like let's say the 4 marker question for case based has 1 plus 1 plus 2. The kind of question, there are three questions, 1 marker, 1 marker and 2 marker, and there is an internal choice with 2 marker question. So जिसमें confident है उसमें reply करना है जिसको आप best explain करो. What I have seen, it came from magnetic effects in the sample paper, but ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. Don't say कि sample paper आपका paper है. No, it just gives you an insight what to expect out of the paper, how much application based questions are going to come, what is the mark distributed. You can guess all that, but you cannot guess कि ये question इसी में से आएगा, ये question यही आएगा. No, they are not giving out the paper yet. They are just telling you have a feel
Again,
of it,
exactly, guys.
right?
The sample paper is just an outline. It can change also. It is not necessary that the exact same thing would appear in your board exams. They can change around a little. It's absolutely possible. So be prepared for everything. All right, be prepared for everything, and don't just just listen to the sample papers and just focus on that alone. All right, please do that. All right. Okay, so anyways, moving on, because we've already spent 30 minutes just explaining about mark weightage. Let's go on for the actual strategy itself. We've already spent 30 minutes. All right, so here's the thing, guys. 20 days left, right? 20 days is what you have for your term 2 examinations of science. Now, we are going to talk about only physics here, how to prepare yourself for physics. Now, it's very simple, guys. The next 20 days, you have to divide it into 10, 10 each. The first 10 days would go for your preparations, and the next 10 days would be solely kept for revision. That's it, nothing else. First 10 days preparation, second 10 days revision. Yes, ma'am is like, ma'am is the cheerleader.
I'm doing
Hold
the
on some
sign
pom-poms
language.
also. Hold on some pom-poms and go like this. Yeah, east or west, Vedantu is the best. Or it's very 10 days preparation. First 10 days preparations, first next 10 days revision. See guys, it's very simple. You need to spend. So this is for people who have not, who have done their preparations at least once. Like you've done one set of, revision, one set of preparation, and this is you're looking forward the next 20 days how to utilize your time better for physics alone. 2 hours a day, every single day for 2 hours. Now, what are you supposed to do in that 2 hours? Bhawna Mam, you can say it. I'll stop speaking for some time, please.
I love to do the sign language. I was enjoying 2 hours. I was like actually feeling like a ad commercial. 10 days. उसके बाद 2 घंटे रोज. Anoop Sir is the best model out there.
Laptop wala this thing, no? Just call us in 2 hours and you get this offer. सिर्फ 2,400 रुपए. आपको दो
See people, we are having fun here. That is the one thing you also need to do. Paper का stress नहीं लेना. Paper के लिए prepare करना, right? So I'm just going to get back to English. I'm so sorry. All my gyan comes in Hindi to me in my mind. The only thing is, we are having fun. That's what you also have to have. If you start having fun with your studies, na, things will become very easy. If you take stress, na, 2 घंटे बैठ के भी, you will be at the same position. Right? So the point is 2 hours every day. We are not asking you to sit there for 8, 10 plus hours. That means 2 hours for your one subject is going to be good enough for next 20 days. And one good subject, I'm saying. You have lot many subjects. Take a break. Do not overdo yourself, but do not underdo yourself for sure. Okay? Push your limits, but do not stretch it that it should break you. No. So how to prepare? You have 2 chapters, right? 1.5, I'll say, or 1.75 chapter you have. So first, let's pick electricity. Day 1 and 2. So right from today, day 1 and 2, NCERT. That's your Bible. Okay? That's your Gita. That's your Quran. Whatever you want to follow, bacha, this book you cannot leave. There are questions that I get in my email that, ma'am, this page is important. Is this diagram important? For NCRT, you do not even have to ask a question what is important. From your activities to the diagrams to anything and everything that is written there is a part of your syllabus, and anything can become a part of a question. Okay? And say like CBSE is becoming or actually upgrading the level. So they are not going to ask you direct question. But any line which is written in the NCRT can give you an idea that okay, a question can be framed, right? So be very sure. So, like for giving you an example from the sample paper itself, again, there is a question on solenoid where the field will be maximum. Now, this question is not from solenoid part. This question is actually about the properties of field line. And if you think, oh, properties of field line, to last year important tha, ab ka? No, it is still important. If it is in NCRT, it is important. So do not leave a single line out there ki, okay, I'm not. Now, when I say NCRT, it's a very, very compressed book. It gives you a lot of information, but it does not burden you with a lot of content. So for extra understanding, you always refer to different books. But NCRT से हट के कभी कुछ नहीं आएगा. So be very sure that first 2 days you're giving that read. If you have never picked your NCRT, this is a good time to do that. Fine.
Absolutely.
Day 3 and 4. Anoop sir will tell. Day 3 and 4.
So guys, once you're done reading your textbook, the next thing that you should do, especially from electricity chapter, practice your in-text questions that are given in the textbook during the explanation. So during, for example, let's say they've talked about Ohm's law, all right? Right after Ohm's law, they've done a numerical. Start with that numerical. If you have no idea where to start or how to do your numerical, start with that where the solution is also given. Start with that, then go on to the questions given at the back of the textbook. At the back of the at the back of every chapter, there's a set of questions given. Solve that next. Once you're done with that, after which you have to go for the day, that is the next 2 days, that is on day 3 and day 4. Please do this. 1 day for electricity, 1 day for magnetic effects. Again, 2 hours. Again, guys, let me tell you one simple point in this. This 2 hours that I'm talking about, you don't need to sit for 2 hours continuously. There's no need for that. You can study 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. It's absolutely fine. There's no hard bend rule that you have to sit for 2 hours continuously only, or else you'll not get what you want. There's nothing like that. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. If you don't want to study for 1 hour straight also, then do it. Divide into 30 minutes each also. It's absolutely fine. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes throughout the day. You can do it that way. I don't think it really matters. At the end of the day, quality matters, not quantity. You can sit in front of your book for 8 hours straight and still not understand anything whatsoever. You can sit in front of your book for 8 hours, still not understand anything. Like, yeah, that's me. So yeah.
That's me. Give me social science, I will not understand a single word.
See, just for the sake of your parents, like in a sense, for that, so that they feel like you're studying, and just because they don't scold you, you don't have to sit in front of the book and pretend like you're studying. This is about your life. At the end of the day, it's your life that matters. They take a lot of pride in it. Your parents do take a lot of pride. They put in a lot of effort for you to, put you in a good school, to put you into tuitions and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's your life. So you need to take control of it. You need to take, the responsibility. You've become, old enough to take that responsibility up right now. Be sure of that. There's no point of pretending anymore. Your exams are coming up, so it's about you right now, you putting in your effort. There's no need for you to show it that you are pretending and not, you're just pretending to do stuff and not actually doing it. All right. Okay. Day 5, people, very simple. Practice your short answers, long answers, very long answer type questions from your previous year question papers. I would say at least go back to the past 5 years. Now, if you don't have the time for it, at least the last 3 years, at least, you have to go through it. At least last 3 years, so pakka you have to. If you have time, then go for the last, 5 years question papers. Go through all this, long answers, the short answers, and the very long answer type questions, and try to solve it in your own time, more importantly, without taking any sort of external help. And again, the keywords are very, very important. The keywords and your steps when it comes to numericals, your steps, and when it comes to explaining a concept and the keywords, those are the things that you must focus on. And day 6, ma'am, please. Sorry.
Day 6 is with us. You will be with us. See, we are not going to leave you. पीछा भी नहीं छूटने वाला, and we are going to be there till the last breath तो नहीं बोलूंगी, till the last moment you are entering the exam. तब भी कोई stress है, we are here right now. We are on YouTube. We are here. We are on the Vedantu platform. Why we are here? Because we want anything and everything that we can help you with, like with your doubts. We are here. I know Anoop sir personally take care of each kind of doubts. There are people who are saying, sir aapne mujhe call nahi kara. I was like looking, huh, sir call karte hain, wow. So all this features, like not features, I'll say this is the extra put from our side. What is your extra you're going to do? The last point that day 6 is says take mock test. Now there are students asking, मैम किसका mock test करूं? तुम उठा के किसी का भी एक mock test करना शुरू करो, ठीक है? Now why I'm saying so, once the sample paper is out, not one but all the publications houses actually start publishing their mock test, their version of sample paper, because sample paper is not your paper as I said, but it gives you an outline what kind of questions to expect and what kinds of questions, what way it was going to come. So you will not practice just the sample paper, but you have to go through all the 2 markers, all the 3 markers, all the case based. So for that you can pick any book. Do not just keep looking कि अरे यार उसके पास अरिहंत है, मेरे पास ऑसवाल्ड है, उसके 100 आ जाएंगे, मेरे 90 रह. No, no, it's not the way. It is the way, whichever book you're putting, just start solving and start timing yourself as well. If you can do that, you're doing actually a very good thing with yourself, because that way you're actually managing your what do you say, mind. क्योंकि आपका mind train हो रहा है. You're training your mind for the eventual what do you say, war, right? So if you have ever seen any soldier to be prepared, they have so many mocks. Why do the IPL देखते हो सब लोग, right? Everybody watches IPL, everybody watches cricket. Why do they have practice matches? They play so many times, still they have practice matches. Why? Because they are preparing their mind for the D-Day, for the big day. And for that, mock test timed करके करोगे तो you are preparing your mind better. Second important thing, we, that is me and Anoop sir, are right here. We are going to bring lots of mock tests even on the platform, so that we can give you insights how to write the answer, what you are looking for, what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong. So even the mock tests are going to happen on YouTube with me and Anoop sir. So you will have to be there. Just be like, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe it so that you do not miss any of that. Even we were planning to have one right today, but we are going to have it just after this technique, so that we bring more of your effort. आपका effort चाहिए. Finally, we can say anything, right? We can do anything. We can even give, अगर मेरे को और अनूप सर को एग्जाम देने को मिले तो we can give. But can we give your exam? You are the one who are going to give your exams, right? So if you are the one, you have to put that extra, what do you say, penny? No, not the penny, the effort right now. And that's why you have to be subscribed to the channel, coming to the sessions where you ever find any doubt, get it resolved. We are right here. We'll bring some resolving, or let's say doubt solving sessions as well for you. But for that, you have to be on the channel, right? So be here. Do hit the like button. I have given a target of 100 and I see 66 right now. So you need to actually show that you care for yourself and for the channel, and hence we can bring more effort for you, right? The same goes for the next chapter. So can we have the next slide as well?
Oh, yes.
So it's not any different. It is, your strategy is same, but the time needs to be put every day, because one chapter and then going to the second chapter will take a bit of time. So reading the NCERT is still there. Practicing in-text questions, even the activities are important. Don't think कि अरे activity है ये थोड़ा ना आता है. Ohm's law is an activity, but it is important because the graph formation comes there. A lot of kids ask me कि मैम graphs के question समझ नहीं आ रहे, pre-boards में आए. Why it is not given? Because you skip the activity. Do not skip anything from NCERT. No question, no in-text, activity, neither an example. Do everything out there. Practicing your short answer, long answer, very long answer. Your hand rules are super important. One question is definite there. Now, if I can just say that, like, if you have checked it, your first question in the sample paper is from the motor, but it was asked to apply you the Fleming's left hand rule. So you should be very clear where to apply which rule, because one way or other, they are going to ask you a rule. They are going to ask you to apply it. So make sure you are very, very confident about that. And yes, mock test, we are going to take it combined. क्योंकि paper में ये नहीं बोलेगा कि ये इस chapter का ये इस chapter का. They are going to give you the exam as a whole. So will be here and we are just going to go through it to help you what to write, how to write. But if you have not checked the sample paper yet, Jago Mohan Pyare, now is the time. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. मेरी बेइज्जती करने वाले हो.
Like ma'am was going on and on and on. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I
I
start
can go
doing
on and
mimes.
on as well.
I start doing mimes. That's all. But anyways, absolutely. I mean, with all seriousness, guys, absolutely, what ma'am said is absolutely correct. Please do that. Spend enough time on both the chapters. If you haven't read your NCRT yet, please, jago grahak jago, right? That ad that comes up.
जागो मोहन जागो.
Yeah, whatever it is. But yeah, there's this ad, no, jago grahak jao, that thing, that comes up. And what is that? Uh,
You. अब बस कीजिए
Doordarshan.
sir.
Doordarshan comes up, no? That ad.
Done.
Okay. But
Ask
yeah,
all the student when did they last see Doordarshan? When?
guys, don't tell me that you have not watched Doordarshan and all. Please, it's like it's our bread and butter. That's our first channel. Come on, it's our bread and butter. You have no exactly. Anyways, so as I was saying, people, please go through all the all the tips. Absolutely. I mean, it's the same exact thing. The only difference is that in electricity you have to focus on your numericals. In magnetic effects, you need to focus on two. There are two 5-mark questions that I would say. One is the hand rules and the motor, the working of DC motor, and apart from that, the electromagnetic induction. These are the two 5-mark questions. Along with it, study the hand rules. In that itself, for DC motor, you have Fleming's left hand rule. In electromagnetic induction, you have Fleming's right hand rule. The only thing you need to remember extra is right and thumb rule. That's all. All right, exactly. So, ma'am is showing her true characters now.
Now I'm getting you back what you gave to me.
Anyways, so that is basically it, guys. Now, for all those students, the last again, guys, what to say? 10 days that you have. Unfortunately, here they've made some mistakes. But yes, the last 10 days that you have, guys, just keep it for revision, nothing else. And during that revision, what you have to do is solve your previous year question papers, solve as many mock test papers as you possibly can. Again, you don't, if you have the time, then, there are few concepts that you might have not understood clearly. Then you can watch some video, read the NCRT once and make it clear. But focus on your previous year question papers, mock test papers, sample papers. These are the things that you must be doing as a revision. The last 10 days must be kept for this alone. Now again, if you have time for it, you can again do another set of revisions also if you want to, but this is what I would say is the 20-day plan. But again, now these are for people who have already done one set of revision. Now there are few people in this category, in this class, who have not yet started, who are waiting for the right time, who are waiting for maybe the asteroid to fall, maybe the fourth wave of COVID to start so that the exam gets cancelled, or maybe there are people who are like, okay, there might be an international calamity, a World War III for God's sake, or maybe we will run out of water in the next 10 days and we will not have board exams. Now this is for you guys. This is for you, the apocalyptic, amazing people of you guys. I know that there are few people out there who still expects that your exams are going to get cancelled. Please keep this in mind. Doesn't matter what happens, your exams would happen. CBSE will conduct your exam no matter what. Even if it means that you all have to wear a complete, space suit and come to school, they will still make sure that you guys have to sit and give your exams. Now this is for tips. For this tips is for people who have not yet started. People who have not yet started with your school preparations. You have not started at all. You're still in the first step. You're still thinking about starting your revision or thinking about how to, where to start or how to start. This is for you people. Now, it does not mean that all those who have already started the preparation don't have to listen to it. This is still going to help you first. The first thing, simple guys, as ma'am said, NCRT, Quran. NCRT, what is it? Your Bhagavad Gita. NCRT, your Mahabharata. NCRT is everything. All right. NCRT is the manual for your life for the next 1-2 months of your life. You have to make sure that you read every single line. Do not miss out on anything. Even the copyrights, remember it. All right, I would say even the bottom they would have written no copyright 2017. They'll put a C on it. Remember that also. Remember that also.
नहीं ज्यादा हो गया, दिल पे नहीं लेने, ठीक है? अनूप सर की हर बात नहीं सुननी है.
I'm just kidding. Don't read the copyrights and all. Don't read the index and all that. You don't need to remember the newspaper, the page number and all that. But it's important that you read every single line of your NCRT. You need to know it, front and back. You need to know your NCRT, because that is what is gonna help you get those extra marks. Because for sure, guys, you will have application based questions, and in order for you to answer those application based questions, you need to be clear with the concepts, and for you to get that conceptual clarity, you need to have read your NCRT very thoroughly. Next one, Bhavna ma'am, all yours, please do.
सर फर्स्ट ना एक रिक्वेस्ट आ रही है, पहले तो बताओ, डिड यू ईट बिरयानी?
टुडे
आपने बिरयानी खाया?
यस, आज मैंने बहुत सारे बिरयानी खाया.
बहुत सारे बिरयानी. He was counting all the rice grains.
Exactly.
And he ate lots of.
I actually did measure 150 grams and ate. So that's why I said बहुत सारे.
Measure is खाए, बहुत सारे खाए. So that is like one.
बहुत सारे in the sense मैंने थोड़ा सा side dish भी खाया, थोड़ा कर्ड पी लिया, और ज्यादा पानी तो हमें चाहिए ही, क्योंकि हमारा समर सीजन चल रहा है अभी,
जीवन है.
समर सीजन चल रहा है ना, इसीलिए पानी तो डेफिनेटली पीना है. हम
There is a request that, अरे यार अनूप सर, hold. When there is 100 like, then you will give this speech again in Hindi, pure Hindi.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100 like, that's the target people. 100 like पे अनूप सर हिंदी में हमें ज्ञान देंगे, ठीक है? Let's see. 86 it is. You have some time. Let's see out there. So practice all in-text question. What we have been telling you before, this is nothing but this is just a revision for you. So it is important. This is actually telling you the importance of revision. What we have told you, it is nothing different. It is like reinforcing the same fact. What are important things? So in 20 days, what are the important things? Reading your NCRT, practicing your in-text question. Why it is important? Because NCRT के ही questions हैं that are going to be molded in another way that you can see, right? Practicing your PYQs, as we have already told you, at least 3 years is minimum. Though the pattern is different, but the type of questions will give you an insight. And yes, mock tests are important because they are according to the new pattern. So both these things are important. I'll tell you, this is something that Amrit sir used to give us as gyan as, कि भाई PYQs कर लो बस, कुछ और पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. He is like that kind of guy. But I'll not say that. I'll say put your 150%, 200% right now. This is the time for you. This is your final lap. Make sure you make it count. And इसमें तबीयत खराब नहीं करनी है, for sure. Definitely you have to work a bit extra notch, a bit of yourself you have to be pushing. That's it. And एक चीज, मुझसे अभी किसी ने, सौम्या ने पूछा, मैम अभी भी अच्छे मार्क्स आ सकते हैं? Who said नहीं? Right now what you do will decide. I've seen kids who have known everything but they get overconfident and in the exam. So if I give you again one more movie to watch for you is Chak De India. Chak De India, Shah Rukh Khan comes at the end and says 70 minutes है तुम्हारे पास, right? Now you can be good, you can be bad, you have gone through up and down. Nobody knows anything. They only know the final lap of yours, the final time you're playing, right? The same goes with you. You have 90 minutes of duration of exam. You might have gone up or down, but that 90 minute counts the most because your score is going to be that. Your examiner doesn't know you. You are just a number there. ना आपका नाम पता है, ना एज पता है, ना स्कूल पता है, nothing. They only know you by your roll number. Not even roll number. The examiner doesn't even get the roll number, right? So ideally, you are just a paper in front of him, and what you did in the paper will be your result. So make sure till the last moment you stop writing. Till that time, it matters. और तब तक आपके हाथ में है what will be the score. That is what is important. So please understand this, sir. Can we have the next slide?
Yeah.
That nothing is going to be out here. Right now is the time. Don't think कि मैंने करा नहीं. Tension में you are losing more time. This is the time. नहीं करा, अभी करो. कर रखा है और करो. That is what you need to be. So make a note of formulas for sure, hand rules for sure. Because when you write with your own hand, na, you understand. कहीं से पढ़ लो. Net पे everything is available, right? We can tell you 100, 200 times. But the moment you start writing, because you are going to write your paper, you are making a difference. You are making your brain getting everything concrete. So do that thing. Don't get out of the practice. Writing practice 2 साल COVID ने बहुत कर लिया. Don't बी अनूप सर वाला होप कि वर्ल्ड वॉर हो जाए, नहीं भग भाई, it is actually a good peaceful place. Please let earth be that way only. Don't expect some
if
war
if I
situation just
was
for the exams to be cancelled.
if I was the if I was like Putin or something, yeah, probably. But since I'm not, don't worry, guys. It'll be fine. All right.
Don't worry, don't do that.
Yes, don't worry.
100 done. Oh, people have done 100. Like, कितने
Ma'am, we are
जल्दी
running out of
इनको.
time. We are running out of time, so we basically have
Sir, you
to
can
rush.
speak that only. Na, it was so cute. The biryani
हम
wala thing.
अभी एक और पॉइंट बोलने वाले हैं, वो है कि मेक योर ओन नोट्स, तुम्हारा अपना नोट्स बनाओ, अपने हैंड रूल्स
अपने
का
हाथों
नोट
से
बनाओ,
बनाओ.
अपने फॉर्मूलाज का नोट बनाओ, ऑलराइट, बना के कहा कहीं पे छिपा दो, अपने वॉल पर छिपा दो, ताकि आप हर रोज
छिपा दो
छिपा
नहीं.
छिपा लो, स्टिक इट ऑन योर वॉल, दैट्स व्हाट आई मीन, ऑलराइट, ताकि जब आप उठोगे पहली वो देखोगे और उसके बाद तुम्हारा ब्रेन बोलेगा वाह भाई वाह, हमने कर दिया, आज कर दिया.
Actually, kids are also saying, and I also feel very same. You are actually the best person to replace Modi ji in his speeches.
I know. I should have entered into politics, but yeah, life takes a twisted turn.
Ayo, or no, my goodness, I loved it, Anoop sir. I loved it.
Thank
Very
you,
well
thank you,
done,
thank
very
you.
well. Super
Vote
good.
for
इसके लिए तो
vote for
50
Anoop.
लाख like और.
Vote for Anoop. You'll see the picture of the face.
Super great. Very well done. Super claps for him. Right? I am impressed, Anoop sir.
Thank you,
I'm
thank you,
super
thank you.
impressed.
My pleasure. But yes, jokes apart, guys. The first thing, I mean, for all of you guys out there, make notes, because at the end of the day, guys, it's scientifically proven you tend to remember better when you write things, and when you see things over and over again, your brain would actually remember it a lot better. I'll just give you a random example. Bhavna ma'am, what is the color of your toothbrush?
Blue.
Blue. Now, my question is very simple. Did anyone tell you that if you don't remember the color, you'll be given a punishment? No, but you still remember it. Why? Because you're seeing it
I
every
have a
single
sharp
day.
memory.
Exactly.
I am an intelligent girl.
Even if you don't have a sharp memory, I mean, I remember my toothbrush color. It's black. Yeah, it's always black.
And Anoop sir is saying indirectly he doesn't have a sharp memory.
I'm telling you, even if you're not sharp, you'll still remember the color of your toothbrush. Why? Because you're seeing it every single day, and that's what happens to your brain. When you see things over and over again, you tend to remember it. I don't know if it has ever happened to you guys. While I was there, I still remember in 10th standard, while I was writing my social exam, there was one time that I forgot what I wanted to. There was this one point I wanted to write, but I couldn't remember. But my brain kept on repeating the picture of the textbook, that particular page, and it was trying to fill in the gap. That I don't know if it has ever happened to you guys. You tend to remember things better when you see it over and over again. So if you haven't done it, please try this out. It worked for me. I'm pretty sure it'll work for you as well. Write down all the important formulas, the hand rules, and always keep them handy. Keep it on your wall, keep it on your notebook, whatever it is. You need to look at it every day so you never, ever, ever forget it. And last tip, guys, is this: don't waste your time. There's one thing that money can't buy, and that is time. Money can buy you a lot of things, but not time. So don't waste it. You have good amount of time right now. You can't go back to this time that you have right now, whatever we started the session at 5 o'clock today, right? You can't even go back to that time and to get back what you've already lost. So please don't waste it. Utilize it well. You will not you have good amount of time right now. Please use it wisely, use it in the right manner, and make it happen. That's what I would like to say. Bhavna, please say whatever you want to say.
Nothing, sorry, you completely said it right, and it's a perfect example. When you get the examples from your own life, na, you can actually tell, yes, that happens, and that happens. So try it, na. When you have, see, we all make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. But if you can learn from another person's mistakes, you are doing better than anyone else. So do that. We have been there. You guys are there. Being calm is the best important and the most important thing that you have to be. But keep moving. काम का मतलब ये नहीं कि फोन उठा लो, like yeah, I am तो relax हो जाएगा, नहीं, that's not relaxation, that is being stupid. What is relaxation? That you keep your mind on the path without being worrying, without being overwhelmed. So do that. Don't waste your time in overthinking. I'm an overthinker and I know how much time I waste in my life, but I still know that what is important first needs to be done. So when you set your priorities, your brain will start working that way. It's all is well wala funda again. You can fool your brain. Do fool it in a way that it benefits you. Right.
Exactly.
Now there is one cool thing that I would just want to tell you before we conclude the session today. I hope you guys have seen Milke Machate Hain. How many people have seen hashtag Milke Machate Hain? Did you see that? Anoop sir, did you
Oh
see?
yeah, I saw
My
Abhishek sir's
goodness.
dance. Milke
Ah, my
machate.
goodness, hats off, such moves. And I was thinking, Abhishek said this was marriage ke pehle or marriage ke baad. Like he's super happy after marriage or before marriage. He was like that and now he's not like that.
Oh, that's a very good
What do you
question. I
think?
need to do a research paper on that. I really need to. All right,
So
that's
he
very
was
good.
like all full of Josh. Maybe it was his marriage video only that he was dancing there, but then it's hashtag Milke Machate and something cool is coming up for you guys on 7th of April. And what is that cool thing? अब इतनी जल्दी थोड़ी ना बताते हैं बट देर इज समथिंग सुपर डुपर कूल तो जल्दी से जाओ मिलके मचाते चैलेंज में पार्ट लो be a part of it because having fun like while we were discussing all the important points were me and Anoop sir so vague or so down no serious doesn't mean that you have to be boring so have fun as well keep yourself busy keep yourself engrossed in much of the fun out there and this Milke Machate is a moment for you guys to change everything not just for this year for next year as well so I'm going to come today itself with what is this Milke Machate hain but till that time hold your horses meet me at 9:30 and I'll tell you everything about this right people
Yes. Right.
yes
All right. So I think that's pretty much it.
super good
I think that's all. Yes. All of the Milke Machate hai hashtag moment would be taken up by Bhavna Mam later on. So I believe that's it from our side, people. If you have anything to ask us, do let us know. Please put it down in the comment section. We would be going through that and we will try our best to answer those questions as well. And yes, all the very best of luck. I know you guys can make it. I know you guys can. All you have to do is believe in yourself, right? Because there's a lot of things that is going on wrong. We all know that there are a lot of people who might doubt on you. This is the time for you to prove them wrong. This is the time for you to prove them that what you're truly made up of, because you are much more stronger than you think you are. And it's a hardcore fact. If you have read any stories of people who have actually managed to come across some sort of calamities or the survival kind of movies, you really understand that your brain, your body is way more stronger than what you think you are. You just need to believe that you are what you are. You have to believe that you're worth more than what they think you are, and that belief is going to go a long way and it's going to help you achieve what you want, right guys? So I think that's it. Bhavna ma'am has gone all crazy now. You can see her hair going all spiky
Milky
so
Machate. When he can do all that move, so I can go Milky Machate में.
oh, this is your Milky Machate.
Yeah, ये मेरा Milky Machate है.
All right, mine though is the Modi ji wala speech. So anyways, I'll
I
catch.
also loved it. You win hands down. Abhishek sir out, me out. You win hands down.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my parents for putting me into a Hindi batch when I was in first standard for this, so that I can say a few words in Hindi.
Super nice.
All
Super
right.
nice.
So I think that's
Very
it.
nice.
All right then. So that's it, people. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. All the best of luck, and we'll catch you guys later. We'll be coming more. We'll be coming live throughout this whole week. We'll be coming together to discuss the term 2 papers and whatnot. So be there. Subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye. Take care.
All the way.